What's up, family? I'm in this carpool line picking my son up, then off back to the office, the trailer. It's a trucking yard. But I want to talk to you about something, and I need y'all to really answer this. I want to know what you think about this. I'm trying not to make it long and drawn out, but I have to go through these steps so you can give me your honest answer. Would you, if you out of the game, streets or whatever, older, whatever you're doing, would you do business with someone that's a known rat? Now, let me take you through this. We had this discussion last night. It's about 6 or 7, or maybe more, that still talk to this day that we've been knowing each other forever, right? We did all type of dirt together. All of us, older, we do stuff. We have businesses, legit. One of my partners have a side hustle, 2, 3 side hustles. He might make 15 a week just off them. I guess that's his business itself. But the other partner, he owned a company, very lucrative. He making money, man. He might get in business with this other cat that we know, known snitch back in the days. Matter of fact, y'all probably seen him too if you watch the news. He been on the news once or twice, 3 times. Um, but we know back in the days, he tore this city up at one time, man. Back in the days, haven't seen him since. All of a sudden, pop back up. He got this business. He doing good. Whatever. Not really a business. He over something. Put it like that. Um, so he came. He wanted to meet. Man, let me meet with y'all. Let me talk to y'all about something. He asked us that question. He was like, what was going on? Such and such want to do business with him. Now this could be very lucrative. Like this probably we talking about some good money. But we known him back in the days to be a rat, right? Now he asked everyone their opinion. That's what I said. Before I said this, what I'm thinking. I need y'all to understand something here, man. Before we get to that, let's say this. And I'm gonna say 35 and over. I'm not even gonna say 40s because if you was 35 back in the days, you was old enough to understand something. We all was kids. So you grew up around this type stuff, even though they had rats back then, because it's one of them. I'm gonna say 35 and over, 40 and over. You should know this right now. If you don't see it, don't say it. What I mean by that. You don't go around calling people a snitch or a rat unless you've seen paperwork or you've seen proof, right? Then you can't go around telling, don't say it because you're going around putting a bone on a person, a bad bone on a person, and you have no proof. Because that happened to me before, and that's why I'm big on that, bro. To the day I think about that today, I let somebody talk me into putting a bad bone on a certain person, and it bothers me to the day that I let somebody do that to me. You know what I'm saying? Which they believed it was true, come to find out it wasn't true. So I'm a firm believer in you don't see it, don't say it. Or if you don't see it, don't believe it. Look at him, be like, okay, I'll watch him, but okay. You know what I'm saying? That right there is real talk. Cause all of a sudden now people expect you just to roll with them cause what they say. No, man, that ain't how it go. That ain't how it go. And this come from a talk we had last night. Let me make that clear. Because for some reason, when you say stuff on this internet, you have these narcissists and these people that think they Hollytube famous. Nigga, this is YouTube. Cut it the fuck out. They think they Hollytube famous. I call it Hollytube now, man. Niggas walk around this bitch. And so that when you feel like that, because I'm in the film industry too, so I know how Hollywood act. I didn't expect YouTube to act like this. That everyone talking about them when they say something, you know, got me thinking this person I'm talking about be playing on me sometimes when he say stuff. But then again, I might be thinking like him. I might be thinking everybody talking about me, so I don't say nothing. So this talk came from yesterday. This ain't about no motherfucker on this internet, nothing like that. Forgive me from cursing. But when it came to me, I asked him something. I said, say, man, you fully legal, right? Because think about this now. This person read it back in the days. This person want to do business with them, legit business, and they can make a lot of money. But check this out. I said, you straight legit, right? Account legit, accounting, everything legit, right? As I'm asking him this, I'm going down the line. This legit, this legit. He's starting to think. But he not thinking if he ain't legit. He know he legit. So when everybody said, yeah, because you had most of the house that said, hell no, man, nigga, rat. Then you had one or two. I'm like, man, this business, man, we 40s and some of us in our 50s, man. Forget that dumb shit. Someone said that. So when it came to me, I'm like, I asked him, I brought down the line. Then when he finally said, I'm legit with everything, I said, bruh, the fact that you have to ask that question, what do you think? Because I don't want to tell a man don't do it because that boy was a snitch. Back when, when we was in the streets, he did a lot of snitching. Not on us, on other people, but it don't matter. It don't matter. You did it, right? I don't want to take food out his family mouth, make that decision on him. And this ain't no mafia type organization thing we doing. Everybody legit with their own stuff going on. We just partners that grew up together. Don't get me wrong, we still move together on certain stuff. And the people we know out of town, in town still, we come together on certain shit. But I say the fact that you have to ask that is crazy. Because one thing about this, and I put it on his mind, that dude did more dirt than everybody he snitched on. But just because he didn't want to do the time, he told on all them dudes. He thought it'd be cool not to tell on the close ones, but to tell on the far ones. That's the far way. And so he get less time. Okay, do he have the same mentality as a businessman? Would he rip you off? Would he tank something? If the business get tough, would he bail out? Would he do any shady business? Because he showed that he's that type of person. And I just gave him my opinion on that. And everyone else was like, no, man. Because no one wants to answer that, Because, you have to know the two businesses they got going on. I don't want to tell their business. I definitely don't want to put your boy out there that's on TV. He not on TV. He's just on TV a few times, on news a few times. He doing real good in life. He a changed man. Don't make no sense to put his name out there. But he did do that dirt shit, though. And so, what would you tell him? What would you do? What would you say? You understand? What would you say, man? I mean, how would you go about if it was you and you had a business and you could make money with this cat, but you know him from back in the days from doing some messed up stuff, taking people down, snitching on people, whatever stuff he did. It's a long time ago. Times change. Would you still do business with this cat? And if you don't, what would be the reason? Would it be because he snitched, or would it be because he just a dirtbag and might still be a dirtbag? Let me know what you think about that, because that's a good question. And he left us like, man, a few of them was like, hell no, man, nigga, rat, don't do no wop, wop, wop. They sticking it to the cold. And let me say this. I said business. Now, we have a circle, and that's part of the circle. Would he ever be able to sit in that circle with us? No, we can't do that. See, we talking business. This is business. You understand? This is business. That's business what they talking about. This circle right here, where we can get together, Saints games, barbecue, talk whatever business we could venture off together, or talk if we have to handle this. Hell no. You can't get in that one. But this is business. What would you do? Good question. Just let me know. Share this. I want to hear what the people that so-called change their lives, how they would they feel right now? And I mean really change your life, but don't come out, some of these cats, I ain't saying you ain't wrong for not changing, you wrong for not changing your life, but I'm talking about that opinion. I don't want the ones that's still in the streets opinion. I know what they gonna say. Let me know. One.